So this is Canada, Fort Erie, Canada. Location-wise to something most people would know, we're about a half hour outside of Niagara Falls. This happened last night. Here's some perspective. My poor chair. Obviously a summer chair, has about 6 inches of snow. So, this is why we're gonna go hide out in the craft room and do some fun stuff. So we're in my craft room now, out of the snow, and what we are looking at is a very loved and repeatedly glued craft mat for my Scan and Cut 2. I love my Scan and Cut 2. It's brilliant, but I don't like having to pay almost $30 US for a new craft mat. So I have decided to take you guys on an adventure with me. Bear with me. Using Goo Gone, Pro Power Goo Gone at that. We're going to squirt the craft mat. It says it's surface safe, so I'm hoping that it's not going to melt my craft mat into a pile of goop. And if things go the way I'm hoping they will, we should end up with a nice, clean, brand new, ready to re-glue with my cheater adhesive spray and revitalize this mat into something useful and not as disgusting and dirty as it is. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and clean stuff. I know. All right. Moving on, I'm going to pause this for a quick minute while I mess with this nozzle. See the nozzle we gotta mess with? I gotta twist that. There, focus. Yeah, twisting of the nozzle is gonna have to happen. So while I do that, I will pause you. Okay, the nozzle is now in the on position, and I have primed it by squirting it at the mat a few times to get the stuff flowing. Now I'm going to really wet down a section of this thing. They call it a gel, so it doesn't really run like, say, Windex would, which is nice. So we're just going to do half of this for the comparison effect, because who doesn't like a good before and after? And I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, and then we will try rubbing it and see what happens. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to let this sit. It's going to feel like no time at all for you, because that's the magic of television / YouTube. Okay, I'll be back sooner than... Okay, we are now back in the bathroom. We're at the sink, and the stuff has been on here for about 10 minutes. I'm touching it, and just with the finger rubbing it, the stuff is coming right off. I'm not even hardly applying any pressure at all. Just a circular motion, and all of that layers and layers of glue I confessed to earlier is coming off so easy. I haven't even used my nail. Look. There. See? No nail to use. So, since I can't do this with one hand, I'm gonna give her a good scrubbing. Well, I guess a good rubbing. We have us a little spongy thing. Rinse the fluff off of it and give this a scrub. Let's see if I can give this a view of some sort here. And I'll scrub within the view as much as I can. Bear with me, universe. This is just hot water and the Goo Gone and the spongy scrubby guy. Now it has a little bit of a I would almost describe it as a turpentine smell. Like paint thinner, which is a little peculiar to me. But it is definitely taking all of the layers of gunk off of here so nicely. I think I may have stumbled onto something brilliant here. I love when I stumble onto stuff. Could never claim that I actually came up with it because, you know, I'm really not usually that brilliant. But this might be a good one. Look, you can see, let me rinse that off, different layers of cleanliness. So this part right here is like the cleanest. And then there's a few layers here that I still have to get to. And then this is the schmutz that we started with. Wow, that's really blurry. So let me do this again. And I'll just edit that other yucky part out. Quite interesting. So, okay. I'm going to scrub this up and then I'll come back to you once it's all clean. Alright guys, the moment of truth. This thing is sparkling. Okay, not literally, but it is white again and there's no sticky residue or gunk anywhere. It is still wet. So I'm going to go dry this puppy and then we will apply our thin layer of repositionable adhesive and get this puppy back into service, saving us a small fistful of money. At least that's the hope. Okay, I'll see you. All right, we're back in the craft room. The mat is in the machine. Oh, let's do it this way. Ha, okay. And this is our Easy Tack repositionable adhesive. I've had this thing for about 2 years or more. I use it not a lot, but once every couple weeks or so to re-sticky the mat. You saw how bad it was getting. So now we get to start off with a brand new clean mat. We'll spray some of this, and I'm gonna not spray the whole mat. From now on, I'm just gonna spray the area that I use the most, and hopefully that'll cut down on mat grime. So let's spray this and see how it goes. Okay, I have moved the mat out of my machine and put it on my craft chair, because I don't want a bunch of overspray on my poor little machine. Okay. So just up the middle, just a tiny little bit, and I'll call that sticky. Because this stuff is pretty stinking sticky. Wow, even stickier now that the mat is clean. Okay, I finally got this all sorted out. We're going to do Merry Christmas. And we're cutting it on the mat, on this paper, testing out the new clean mat with the new stickiness. I didn't apply a whole bunch of stickiness just because I've had the stickiness rip my paper to shreds when I'm trying to pull it off of the cutting mat. So let's give this a shot and see how it works. Let's do a cut, and start. Wow, check that out. The paper didn't move, shift, wiggle, nothing. Yes, we are done cutting. Okay. Go back to the home screen. Shut this puppy down. All right. Well, I'm satisfied with that. I think we have discovered a nice new way to revitalize our cutting mats for our machines. And I'm quite certain this technique will work for any plastic cutting mat, be it a Cricut, a Silhouette, a Scan and Cut. I'm not sure what else is out there, but those are the ones I could think of. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you all again. And if you have any thoughts or comments or tips, please feel free to leave them below. I would love if you would join me on my channel as it's brand new. And please definitely subscribe, like the video if you've enjoyed it, maybe even learned something. I definitely learned something today, and I appreciate you guys coming on this adventure with me. I'll see you next time. Thank you.